Hi everyone. Today's session is all about mind maps and how to make an effective mind map. Now, a mind map looks really good, particularly if you're artistic and creative, but they can become less effective if there's too much information on them and they become too wordy. So mind maps really need to really kind of filter down and condense the information from bigger pieces of text. They need to be short, snappy, and really kind of to the point. Try and make them as creative as you possibly can, making word associations, silly pictures. Sometimes the sillier the better, because it's better to stick in your head. And the idea of it is to try and make it as colourful and as memorable as you possibly can. So I'm going to attempt to demonstrate here a mind map. Now please stick with me because this is a very quick one. Imagine I have a piece of text. I've got a revision guide in front of me here. It's a science revision guide and it's all about elements. So what I'm going to do is in the centre I'm going to put the key kind of concept of what I'm trying to do. What is an element? Because that's something that I need to know. I'm then going to kind of put a bubble around it. I might decide to be quite creative and draw a little image in the middle if I wanted to. I'm then going to use lots of different colours. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have one branch that kind of comes off it like this, and I might colour that in to really kind of make it pop off the page. And in here I'm going to talk about the next question. In fact, I'm going to change that. I'm just going to put atom equals, and then I'm going to put some different colours on that. So what does an atom equal? And I'm going to put another arrow coming out, another branch coming out across here, and then I'm going to start putting about centre of an atom, centre equals nucleus. I'm then going to talk about the fact that it's got a positive charge. Okay. And then I might even draw a little image here. So there's my little image, there. And I'm going to draw my circle. I apologise if you were a science teacher or an art teacher at this point because it's terrible. Goodness me, look at that. Okay, so I'm going to draw my actual science image that I've got here because that just reminds me actually of the makeup of it. I'm going to talk about electrons coming off that now. So I'm going to colour that in again, and then I'm going to write electrons. And then I'm going to talk about the fact that these bits here are shells. And then I'm going to talk about electrons equal negative charge. Okay, I could then go on and I could write more about maybe metals down here, so I can draw about metals. So let's have something down here, and this page talks about what is a metal. So metals, right, they're good conductors of heat. Okay, and remember we're trying to make this really kind of interactive, so I'm going to make heat kind of look like it's sweating a bit and it's a bit hot. Okay, I might then put metals, non-metals equal bad. Now obviously you would spend a little bit more time trying to digest that a little bit more, making it look good, I'd probably use pencil and then try and put some colour on there. And then by the end of it, I should have one kind of overview of one theme from a topic. Now, revision guides, again, will give you lots of information, and it's important that you start to pick apart the key information that you need. These pieces of items that I've got here on my mind map actually make up a page and a half in the revision guide that I've got in front of me, and I've just tried to pick out some key information from it. Again, it is something that you might need a little bit of help doing where the key facts are, but I would start with exercise books and then revision guides to kind of help you out. Remember, the more colourful the better, and this is where your blue tack comes into use. Okay, put these up in your bedroom, have separate sections in your bedroom, one for science, one for GCSE PE, one for maths, one for English language, one for English literature, and really try and particularly literature mind maps would be really useful. You could break it up into, Macbeth Act 1 and then kind of break down what happens in Macbeth Act 1. You could break it into characters. Lady Macbeth's character, what does she represent within the play, and what's her role, with some key quotes. And actually your little revision cards could be really good for your key quotes as well. So you could put your quote on one side, and then on the flip side you could actually put things like why that quote is relevant and where you might use it in an answer, for example. Okay, have a little go at a mind map. For some of you it will really work. Some of you will much prefer the revision cards. It's everybody's each to their own. You've kind of got to find your own way of working. But by doing this is actually quite a higher order skill, because what you're having to do is condense information from big full text to try and keep it in as simple of a word form as possible, and that's what makes a really effective mind map. You then obviously need to revise it, you need to keep looking at it, get somebody to test you on it. You might make questions from this, make little question cards. So you'll reinvent this again into maybe some of those little flashcards that we've had before. So what is an atom? An atom is the centres, the nucleus. Nucleus has got a positive charge. What do you know about electrons? Electrons have a negative charge. What are the rings that sit around the outside? They're called shells. How many do you get on a shell, etc., etc. So you can really start to explore more and more questions. Okay, good luck. Have a go with that. And make your mind maps as effective as you possibly can. Good luck.